every first chapter Enchanted? Let's take a look. All right, y'all, I'm super excited to get into today's video. It's a little bit different video, but it's a very special video. I have completed one of my collection goals. It's a very special goal that I got to complete, and it's even more special that I get to share it with each and every one of you. So thank you all so much for tuning into the channel, helping me get to this point, helping me out with my collection journey, the comments, the Discord, all of the amazing things. And with that, sit back, relax, and let's just see some Enchanted Rares together, and let's just talk about some stories. So first one we'll show here is gonna be Hades, King of Olympus. I'm pretty sure this is the first chapter Enchanted that I ever got. That's kind of why I wanted to show it first, but super special one for me. I'm pretty sure I got it at my LGS for a pretty good deal, so I feel pretty good about that. I mean, who knows, at that time I didn't even know what these cards were going to be going for. I mean, obviously, who knows what they'll be, you know, a year from now, 5-10 years from now. It doesn't really matter. You just want to kind of collect them and finish that goal because it means a lot. It means a lot to you, right? Like you get to experience these characters and get to have fun with them. So Hades is an absolutely beautiful card. Moving into Aladdin, I'll be honest with you, this one I'm pretty sure I got in a trade. But I will say I'm pretty sure that I confuse Aladdin and Genie every single time. So, but actually no, you know what? Now that I think about it, I did get this one in the trade, and we will tell the Genie story because now the Genie story is coming to me. I know what happened with the Genie story, and you actually might be able to remember it because I've said it on the channel before. So anyway, Aladdin is there, and I'm pretty sure that means that next, yeah, I wanted to put them next to each other. Aladdin and Genie here. Genie was the one that my wife got me when she brought me home Lorcana in the episode where she brought me like a bunch, she bought me a bunch of Lorcana. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's super fun, super cool. I'll tell you what, the last card, I've never been more surprised to like see a last card in that video. I remember that card very vividly, or I shouldn't say a video, but just in general to see a card, I'm like, oh my gosh. But I remember looking at the Genie, and I remember thinking like, oh, is it the one sword or the two sword? And it was the one sword, but it doesn't matter because I just wanted to have the Genie. The whole like the whole misprint thing, I was like, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, Aladdin and Genie, super happy that we have them together. And then next we have Mickey Mouse, Artful Rogue. And you know what? I always feel like this card gets sort of not a bad rap, but like it almost sort of gets forgotten about because there's two of them in the first chapter. And so I don't know, I always look at this card and smile because I'm like, man, I feel like this card doesn't get talked about enough, and it's just such an absolutely beautiful card. I feel like anything with Mickey in it that, you know, that's going to be an alternate art is just so beautiful, man. So I mean, it's super cool card, super happy to have it. The next card going into is going to be my wife's favorite card, which is Aurora, or at least her favorite Enchanted Rare, I should say. Pretty sure y'all saw this on a previous video. It would have been a couple videos ago, I think. I'll pop it up as I typically do. Go check that video out. But super happy to have Aurora, and I did call out I got Aurora at a very good deal because I think I also called this out before. Like Aurora was that card was like in the mid 200s, and I said it in that video too. But whenever I think of that card, I always think like, man, that card really started exploding, and I understand that because it's like it's a Disney princess, so you're kind of like you have not the FOMO, but you have like that hunch that might, you know, like that type of card might pop, right? Like that, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not an archetype, but that type of character might pop, right? So super happy to have Aurora in the collection, and that takes us into yet another Disney princess, Belle, strange but special. This one is absolutely beautiful. You know, I've actually seen, I want to say that, and I've seen it more than once, but I feel like a subscriber to the channel who, I think they were a giveaway winner. I think I saw them with this mat. They sent me cards that he opened with his daughter, and I think I saw the mat in the background. I'm like, that thing is awesome. Like I honestly, it's kind of making me want to get this in playmat form because it's just an absolutely beautiful artwork. But anyway, you know who you are. Shout out you. But yeah, absolutely, Belle. Super happy to have her in the collection. Moving into an absolute fan favorite, which would be Stitch, Carefree Surfer. This is a throwback. This is a card. I'll tell you what, I've been talking about this card since early days on the channel, man. I remember back when we were in the old studio. I was in my office doing videos, and I remember I was just putting up thumbnails of me in the office, and I remember doing an episode on Stitch, like how Stitch was rising in price. And this card always, for whatever reason, this card makes me think back to like early days on the channel. And I realize we've only been doing videos for like 8 months, something like that. But it's, I don't know, you think back and you think to yourself like, man, so much stuff is different. You know, it's just like, I don't know, your process, the way you do things, and just, I don't know, but it flies, and there's just a lot going on. So it was super happy to have Stitch in the collection. And yeah, probably will be in the collection, I would hope, forever. And then from here, I'm gonna actually save that card to the end. Let's talk about, let's go into, I do have some of them in slab form, obviously, as you've seen probably before. Here's a new one though. We have Simba. This has not been shown on the channel yet. PSA 10, Simba. He technically was the second to last one that I got to complete the collection. So super happy to have Simba. And actually that takes us right into the card that would be the last one that I got, which would have been Maui, Hero to All. I remember when I got Maui, my wife told me, and I'll just be honest, I bought it. Like I bought it, and I forget if I got it. I do get slabs at my LGS. I'm trying to think if I bought it on secondary or LGS. I forget. Anyway, but I remember my wife went to go pick it up for me, and when she said, she's like, I have the card. And I'm like, wow. And before I even looked at it, I just kind of thought to myself, I was like, wow, we did it. Like, 'cause that was it. I knew that was the last one that I needed, right? So even before I looked at the card, I was just kind of like, man, like, this is crazy. Like, it's like, we did it. Like we accomplished a goal, which is always cool. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you're looking to do. If you're looking to like live healthier, if you're looking to complete collection goals, if you're looking to break habits, like, I don't care what your goal is. Like, when you reach a goal, like, it's just a super cool feeling, right? And so yeah, when this card showed up, it was a very special feeling. And then into what, honestly, low-key, I think might be one of the best artworks in the entire first chapter set of Enchanted's Mickey Mouse Wayward Sorcerer. And obviously, this is the card I was talking about when I was like, yeah, just be like, Artful Rogue always gets, like, I don't know, I just feel like it gets forgotten about, because Wayward Sorcerer, I feel like Wayward Sorcerer is like definitely the one you think when you think about Mickey Enchanted. It's I mean, an absolutely gorgeous card. I mean, if you pull this card, like, you're living life. I mean, or if you get this card in your hand, it's just a treat to look at. It really beams in the background, and yeah, super special card, and super happy that I could have it in the collection. And then of course we have to show a card that has been featured on the channel not too long ago, which will be Giant Tink. I think, I'm sure this is the part where my lovely wife pops up the thumbnail of us featuring this card on a specific episode. And if you haven't seen that episode, go check that out. It was a ton of fun. I'm pretty sure we opened some packs and that. We were just having fun on that episode. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just super excited that I got this card. Want to be able to show you all this card, but it's gonna take like 20 seconds if I show this card. So we gotta open some packs too. But I'll be honest, I almost opened packs today. Like, I don't know, I feel like I always just like to warm up with opening packs for y'all before I get into like whatever we're gonna do. Unless it's like unless it's just a pure opening where we're just gonna do nothing but open packs. But even if I'm like, well, I wanna show you guys some things, or I wanna talk through some things, or whatever, like I want to do like a talking head video or something, I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, I mean, we need to warm up with opening some packs. I almost did it today, but at the same time, I was like, I feel like it's too many cards to show that I probably, it's going to end up being like a 25-minute video if I do something like that. So I avoided doing that this time. Who knows? Maybe we'll show some more cards in the future, and we'll warm up with opening some packs. And the reason why I saved the one card from earlier until the end is because I feel like it is fitting to save to the end. Obviously, first and foremost, we do have Elsa, Spirit of Winter, Gem Mint 10 in all of her glory. Super happy to have her in the collection. And then I will also flash the last card, which I'm sure you can guess what it is. It is the raw version of the Elsa. You know, I was recently discussing this with someone, and they asked me what my favorite card was, and it is the one in my hand right now. And a lot of times people would look at it compared to the PSA 10 and they would say, how can that possibly be? Like, you know, that doesn't make any sense, right? How can it not be the PSA 10? We're so fortunate to have so many unbelievable people who keep subscribing to the channel. So thank you all so much for coming along the journey with us and continuing to grow the community. We really appreciate that. But I always like to, you know, again, it's like if I feel like I haven't told this story in a minute, I always like to like refresh it, because it also is a good reminder to myself about what it's all about. And the reason that the raw card is the best card is because I pulled it. It was the first enchanted that I ever pulled. Was with my wife. I remember perfectly. It was a Saturday. We were watching a Pixar movie, and we each opened 2 packs, and it was in one of mine. It took me about 30 seconds to realize that it was also the best enchanted that you could pull. Also, like I was doing that thing where I held the card, like we saw the enchanted, but we didn't know what it was, and we're hugging each other, and I'm like, okay, we gotta be careful with the card here or whatever. But I ended up pulling it, and it was so special. I can tell you this much: if I sell everything in my collection, knock on wood that never happens. We don't want that to happen. We're gonna open Lorcana forever and keep Lorcana forever. But if I do end up selling everything in my collection, I can tell you that card will be going nowhere. That card will be here for my entire lifetime, because I always like to say, all the tangible things you can't take with you, but what you can always take with you are the memories. And so, and this is probably the best memory that I have in my collection journey to date. So super happy about it, and super happy that I could complete the entire first chapter, and appreciate y'all coming along for the ride, and happy we got to share it with y'all. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for more great videos to come in the future, opening videos showing off cool cards, more collection goals. Let me know in the comments section your collection goals. It's probably the coolest thing I like hearing from other collectors and other hobby enthusiasts. And until that time, we are eternally grateful for you all, and we'll see y'all on the other side. Peace out.